Hey there, my name is Joe. I'm a certified athletic trainer and personal trainer, and today I'd like to teach you a little bit about how to properly perform one of the most common exercises that we do in the gym that's often performed incorrectly. And that exercise is the deep squat. Okay, so most of us are familiar with the basic squat movement, but we may not realize that in doing it incorrectly, we can cause a lot of damage to multiple joints in our body. So first and foremost, we know the squat is a functional movement. It's a total body movement, requires mobility of the hips, knees, ankles, and thoracic spine, and it also requires stability of the hips and core. When we perform the squat properly, there's little risk of injury, but when you perform the squat with improper mechanics, things can go downhill really quickly. Okay, so the three most common mistakes made when performing a squat are one, that the athlete or the person performing the squat tends to let their knees travel forward in front of their toes. So they shift their weight forward and their knees come all the way in front of their toes and their heels come off the ground. And what that does, it puts extra strain on the patellar tendon and can cause overuse injuries to the knee and quads. The second major mistake is to drop your chest forward. So when you drop your chest forward, you create extra stress on your lumbar spine, and you can cause disc herniations or muscle strains, things of that nature. And the third most common mistake is that we stop at 90 degrees. And old research used to say that you shouldn't squat below 90 degrees because it was the most mechanically efficient position to stop your squat. But now what we know is you should squat actually all the way through 90 degrees because there's increased shear force at that 90-degree angle. So if you squat through 90 degrees, you get to avoid all that extra force. Got it? Okay, so just to clarify, the most common mistakes when performing the squat are having the knees travel forward in front of the toes, dropping the chest, and stopping the squat at 90 degrees. So if you look at my ugly little stick figure drawing here, you can see that he's doing just that, and he's got awful pain in his back and his knees. No bueno. Okay, so now let's talk about the three most important keys to performing a squat with proper mechanics. Number one is to shift your weight into your heels. So instead of coming forward onto your toes, you shift your weight into your heels, which activates your glutes. Number two, you want to keep your chest up nice and tall. That way you avoid any extra stress on your lumbar spine. And number three, you want to drop it like it's hot. So just as they say in the clubs, ass to the floor. Drop it all the way down. Chest up nice and tall, all the way through 90 degrees. Booty to the floor, weight in the heels, I can wiggle my toes. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all learned a little bit of something today, and I hope to see you all very soon in the gym and in the club, dropping it like it's hot. Bye!